meeting their parents. I hope so. Yes. So anyway, hello everyone, Myrmonden here. Thanks for Tonikawa episode 8. I hope now they're gonna meet Okashan, right? Haha. I think so. I think they're gonna meet his mom now. They kind of had a honeymoon at Kyoto, right? Last episode, pretty classic anime. You know, you go to very Japanese. You go to Kyoto, and especially at school and so on, right? Cultural city, of course, the former capital. That was last week, of course. And now I feel that they're finally gonna meet his mom, right? It's gonna be probably some weirdo. But yeah, so let's start watching it. 3, 2, 1, and go. I think it has to be. She's gonna be a weird personality, definitely, right? She's gonna be all like, "Oh my god, my son and a waifu." But I feel his mom took it way too, you know. I don't know, but I think that my mom wouldn't be like, "Oh, you got married? Yeah, that's great." Sorry, but my shoulder still hurts. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, my shoulder has been painful for like last 3 weeks now, something like that. I started watching Taisho Samurai, and I emotionally attached myself to the main character, Yotaro, and I was like, he has bad shoulders, I'm gonna have a bad shoulder too. It's Vinland Saga all over again. But I don't know if I expect the mom to be a weirdo, right? Because she's like, "Oh, you got married? Well, oh, okay. Shit happens." Yeah. She's just like, "Yeah, okay, why not?" Then we have the camera addiction. He's addicted to taking photos of his wife. He's getting some weird, I feel, interest in his wife with the camera. Yeah, it's like, that could go. And maybe the little Odio is finally giving up here for a moment. Perhaps. But I hope you see mom and dad. The come on. If dad is there too, it's gonna be weird too. Yeah, they're both gonna be weirdos. They're gonna be some, "Oh god, NASA! Go into space with your moon wife, yes." I mean, you would think normally that the parents would be like, "What, you got married? You didn't even tell us? You've been married?" I mean, they've been married for a while too. Like, he's been married for at least a month. I don't know. When did he wait to tell his mom about getting married? Parents, okay, yeah, meet the parents. Danna-sana. It's gonna be deers there. Nara has deers. It's gonna be, I tell you guys, it's Japan, it's Nara. They're gonna have the tiny animal, they have the cute antlers, they're gonna be that kind of animal. Because that is very Japanese Nara. That's also why in Naruto, Shikamaru Nara, they have deers. Because they have the name Nara, so they're like, yeah, I mean, I'm serious. That's why in Naruto, in Shikamaru and his family, they take care of the deers, right? Because they're Nara, Shikamaru Nara. That's the... Okay. Yeah, he's a weirdo. No, I don't really. She's strange in her own way. See, exactly. She wants a deer. I told you guys, this Nara, it's gonna be a lot of deers. That is Japan, yeah. Told you guys, like in Naruto. Can I be friends with your family? Oh, it's be fine. They're weirdos. I will make it work. It's like, that sounds very, yeah, you didn't tell them about me? That sounds like, this is my wife, the best woman ever. Exactly. She's the greatest, she's the cutest thing ever. I'm gonna sell you as the best thing ever. They're gonna love it. Look at my wife. Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah. Oh, she'll be before maybe. See, she's the 1,000-year-old moon princess. That really was a weird comment. Well, 1,000 years ago when I was here last time, she seems to be 1,000 years. She's like, yeah, last time I was here, the mountain was still over there, so. Man, she's supernatural. She is the moon princess. Come on, what was that comment? She's the moon princess. Here we go. Here's mom. It's mom. The cutest thing in the universe. That's right! She's the cutest thing ever, mom! Oh, here we go. Mom is a weirdo, of course she is. She's so cute! She's gonna be like, oh my god, you're right! She is the most kawaii thing ever! Come on, mom is gonna be like, kawaii! She's very emotional. Okay. Okay, here's dad. Come on, dad. He's also very nervous. Yeah, I would be kind of nervous if my son is brought home my wife from nowhere. Oh, we got married last month. What? Okay, so they're very emotional, but not angry at him whatsoever for not telling them to get married. No, it was a gift, of course. A good wife. Gonna bring some gifts to the family. It's not much. It's Moon. Okay, so Nasa's dad, Inichi. He's very rude to his parents, I feel. Especially being a parent. Like, take the gift! It's like, he's very... Yeah, it makes sense. I agree with his father here. I agree with his father. He's like, what's wrong with you, Nasa? Why are you so... Yeah, why are you so... You know, I'll say it. See, at least the wife is like, I'm sorry that my husband's an idiot. She's like, yes, I'm sorry that I married these morons, I guess. Yeah, I agree. Dad's like, the bet, boy! Huh? Okay, you should go into the bet. This seems strange, yes. Yeah, like they want to talk to the wife. Yeah, I think it's pretty... It wouldn't feel too unreasonable to want to talk to your son's wife, right? Yeah, your son's wife. I mean, his parents are kind of weird, but he's definitely the most weirdest. He's definitely like, why would I let you talk to my wife? It's like, wouldn't you trust your parents to talk to your wife? Sounds pretty bad relationship with his parents. Okay, here we go. So, are you a moon princess? Okay, fan service. Hope it's gonna be what, the moon princess. Come on, I don't see dad. I don't see dad being like, are you a moon princess? Okay, we did skip over it, goddammit. I want to see her talk to them. Yes, here we go. He told me interesting stuff about you. Here we go. He told me embarrassing childhood memories. So what? No! Oh yeah, he's a kind of... Of course. This is NASA. Everything is in the cloud! I'm prepared! Yes, I'm having pictures. He's like, yeah, he's very prepared. I will be set even if it burns. His mom will be like, you're gonna sleep in the same bed, right? Stay for 2 days though. Man, he's a horrible son! He's the weirdo! But I guess he was raised by weirdos though, so you have to blame the parents for some reason. But this kid is still their fault that they raised him as a weirdo. But come on. There we go. Don't have too much loud stuff now, son! If soundproof is good, son, not that good. Yeah, here we go. You can't take... Exactly. Mom is like, don't overdo it, boy! Of course, he doesn't tell mom thinks you're doing it, because normally, as a married couple, you would be doing it by now, I feel. So mom is like, yeah, don't be too loud, boy. Well, yeah. Sean is next to you, boys. Well, yeah. See, he's the weirdo. I think his mom makes more sense that it's like, don't be too loud now, boy. His mom makes more sense than him. She knows what's up. I mean, obviously mom would believe they have already done it right by now. Probably a few times at least. Yes, a bet. Yes, a bet. Ooh. Oh, you're sleeping on the same level. Yeah, it's like a weird anime. What is this thing? What is this relationship? Okay, he's back to his nightmare in the bed though. Yeah, he's gonna be back to, she's a very active sleeper too, right? So he's probably gonna slap him or something. The feels very much. She's probably like, come on, do it, girl, do it. Nice. The sleep, yeah, he's going for the... I love it. He's building up the confidence to be like, do you wanna, you know... Oh, here we go! Woo! He did it! That's like almost doing it in anime! He's getting on! He's almost smashing her! Oh my god, he's doing it! No, they're touching each other in bed. Oh my god. He regrets himself! I love that! That's true, yeah, that's true. It looks very romantic, but sometimes, especially not my own shoulder being hurt, yeah, that is to have the problem too. I have the problem a lot now. I can definitely relate because my shoulders really hurt. Sometimes in bed I'm a little bit like that is not very comfortable for me. Especially now that with my injury in my shoulder. I love it. It's like, it's so romantic, but actually no, it's painful for my arm. Oh man, I'm probably laughing extra much because I'm related to it on a personal level right now. Yeah, it feels that's... I have the issue every night. Okay, he's like, please, we gotta do it! Okay, so now then it's like even weirder. I want to see it! Yes. Stop staring at me! Man, you're a kawaii, definitely. You're so cute. Ooh. Little kiss here. You wonder if mom is like, oh, they're doing it? Like a Konosuba when mom is like, and mom is like, do it, girl! Do it! Yeah, of course they are like misunderstanding. He screamed a lot! Oh my god, he has to be doing it. And of course she wakes up ruining the... Yeah, a very active sleeper, that woman. But I think he's a bad son too. Why would you stay longer at your parents' place? Man, goddamn NASA. You could marry, you bring your new wife home, and you're gonna stay at your parents for like one night. Something's like, oh, maybe, you know, we're gonna be for like one day. Come on, man. Maybe you could spend some time with your family, you know, and meet your wife and so on. Right? Isn't he the biggest weirdo? Oh, nice. He's gonna do some fan service here in front of him. He's okay, he's pretending to be. I mean, I could look at it, but I guess I'm just gonna not look at this stuff. Okay, that's good. It's good now. So it's like, maybe a little bit. Oh, he's just pretending to be asleep. Oh, it's too stimulating, eh? Too stimulating. I guess a lot of blood flow, I guess. But she's kind of weird. She's like, I remember that mountain 1,000 years ago. That mountain over there. I saw it. It hasn't moved since I was here last time. It's like, what? Moon Princess? Kaguya is my true name. Yeah. It's a nice house though, a nice garden and so on. His family seems to be... I don't say they're rich because they're living in some kind of small city in Nara, but you know, middle class at least, right? Maybe somewhat money people. I don't know. Have a nice house at least, and the poor dad. Let's talk about the weather. Escape strategy. It's nice weather today. Here we go. She's a nice woman. She's like, a carnegie's. So. Okay, oh, and katanas and everything. He's an historical guy, of course. A lot of library. Well, I mean, Nazi's a big nerd, right? So, of course. I gotta love that. It's like, that's right! Looks pretty legit, right? I'm looking at my books. I have read some of them. It's like... Yeah, because his son is cray. Exactly, stored on the cloud. That sounds like his son. Yeah, you should have it on the cloud, Dad. What do you have books for, loser? Yeah, that sounds like definitely his son. Oh, I remember reading this thing when I was a young girl. I don't know. This to me seems weird because she's recognizing this. Yeah, can you actually read that? That seems weird. He's like, oh, so you can read his old scripture from like the 1000th century. Doesn't that again seems really strange that his, daughter-in-law here can read this old stuff, right? Oh, she's pretending, I guess, because of the father. Oh, yeah, he can't even read it. So that's at least she can read some hard kanji or something. I don't know. I mean, I can read, pretty well in Japanese. I'm not fluent, but I can read, But I didn't have much time to look at it. I can go back, I guess. You can go back after the episode and look at that. Freeze the image, look a bit. But she could read it at least. And it's probably like some, old advanced kanjis that you rarely see, right? It could just be that it's very old kind of writing, right? But anyway, of course it tells us that she's like, she can read this old historical stuff. Yeah, it's fun because NASA is crazy. Elias is like, I'm a genius wife! I'm the best wife ever! Ooh, now she's like, we can be all alone for our next date. Kawaii! Oh my god, kawaii wife! Yeah, so this is the great Buddha now, right? But I feel like this makes sense. So you take your wife home, right? You show her your, oh, look at this, honey, here's this thing in now, right? So on, right? Sure, that makes sense. You show your wife around, right? You with your family and so on. Makes sense. He didn't necessarily grow up there, though, but still, But it feels strange again, right? That he's gonna move, not move, but leave, next day. Probably say a week with your wife, usually. You meet your family and so on. I would argue for. Fly, what's that? Some goddamn flies, man. She knows a lot about this his story, eh? I have a good memory. Yeah, that sounds Moon Princess Shan. Like, oh, I remember when the lightning strike happened. I see. It seems quite strange to me. She's like, I remember when the lightning strike happened, yes. I mean, not indirectly, but she was like, I memorized that stuff. Of course she could refer into her his memory. She just love action movies though, so. Nice, yeah, the couple. It asks, yeah, like I said, ask some stranger to take a lovable photo. Yeah, it's pretty etchy, definitely. Pretty etchy. Ooh. A selfie with my wife. She looks like a sneaky bastard there. She's kind of coming up behind him. Looks like kind of weird though. And she's kind of like attacking him. Looks more like she's kind of ambushing him there. Look. Oh, she's like, I don't know about that place. See? She's like, I don't know about head show. Yeah, I've been there before, not that fun. Yeah, see? See, how would she know this? See, I destroyed it. See, I destroyed it when I was here. She has a lot of information about history. But yeah, they're like, let's use this for material. We need wood, right? Yeah, like. She's well informed. Yeah, she's well informed about this stuff. See? Now she's like, I remember when I was here, basically, right? I remember 100 to 300 years ago. Man, I don't know why the anime has this, like, her being a moon princess is actually real or something. Definitely a strange, magical, supernatural thing to this anime. Yeah, like, okay, she seems to has very much seems that she lived in the capital of Nara when it was the capital back in 1,300 years ago. Exactly. Exactly. You should do a YouTube video, yeah. When you embarrass yourself. I got married. Nice. Super awkward and cute. And she's really cute. It's a death flag! She watches too much stuff! This is clearly a death flag! Don't tell you you're gonna die! You can't just say you're gonna marry yesterday! No, I need to show everyone this thing now. It's a death flag though, but I need to show everyone. Oh, I mean, I promise you, father, to protect you from death flags. Probably death flagging you. Okay, here we go. Something important. They're like, our son is very special. Please take care of my weird son. He's a weirdo. He's probably gonna listen to that. Well, I think it's gonna be like, you know, my son is a weirdo. Yeah, attracting, of course. That's how they met. Maybe he did die though, and he's an isekai, right? Maybe he's an isekai, maybe he never got married, maybe it's purely isekai, maybe Drakun sent him to a world that looks very similar to the other world, and he's just dreaming here. He's maybe in a coma. Yeah, they're odd, but he's odd. He's even more odd. That's why he's odd. Like they have two oddballs combining their oddball power into making a bigger oddball. But damn, Dad, you're gonna make her all blush here. She's. God damn it, Dad, you're making her all like some kind of superheroine or something. The Moon Princess. But it seems super strange in the anime keeping like, oh, I remember the mountain over there. There used to be people running around here, and it's like it's this constant thing, right? That she has like this historical, like she was there during Nara capital 1,300 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but that's kind of the era of. And she could also read. Let's go back to that scroll, but she could read that scroll too. We'll go back to that later here after skipping the ending here. No, that's a deer. They're in Nara after all. See, I said earlier, but you need deers when you're in Nara. If you don't find the deers right, you wouldn't be in Nara. Come on. Ooh, nice. It's gonna snuggle up here. That arm team was so funny. He's like, man, my arm hurts too. Oh, so funny when he's like, can you sleep on my arm? Like, my arm it hurts. It's so heavy. That was one of the funniest scenes in the anime so far. God damn, that was really funny. He's all like, yeah, the dream of having my wife, sleep on my. Who's that green hair maid? Oh my god. Oh, they burned down the house. Of course. He said that, but he's prepared. I don't feel like. I don't know. Is that horrible for him? I feel he's like, I don't know. He was prepared right for a burning. What happens if my house burned down? He's prepared for it. But yeah, so apparently his house actually was burned down. It's like a green hair maid. It's not a maid there in green hair, and I guess they burned down his building. But I don't know. He's like, he didn't own anything. I know. He's like, everything is in the cloud. So I don't know. But yeah, let's look at the scroll here. And no, I'm not fluent in Japanese, but I can read. I can read my fair share of Japanese. Let's see if I can recognize the kanji and so on. So here in the library, Dad's kind of cute. He's like, yeah, I look pretty serious, right? I have my books. But my son would probably tell me too, I'm an idiot because I could just have it in. Okay, but you can't really, it's not a good, like, zoomed in image. Okay, she's like holding it. Well, okay, soon to. It's kind of hard because it looks kind of like gibberish because it's like not really detailed. Hitto there though. Hitto Juns. No, Cool. Sasu. Actually, it doesn't look overly hard to read. I mean, I'm just kind of just looking at it. I mean, it's clearly kind of tiny, and I don't think it's a better image for it. But yeah, now I'm the way here. It's not that hard to read. Like many of it is not even in kanji, some hiragana and so on. And it's like you and so on. So I mean, there's like some of it I can't even see where it's supposed to be. Like in the bottom there, like in her elbow. That looks like some kind of gibberish basically because like it's a circle, but over that looks like I think I recognize. I mean, I think that it's kind of like, you can have this angle, but it looks to me honestly not overly complicated. I won't say I can read everything, but it also because half of it looks kind of like tiny and kind of badly, like bad. Yeah, like it doesn't really look like. If you actually had it in your hands, it would be easier, right, than having it in anime. You know what I mean. But that being said, sure, it's mostly kanjis and it's not like super easy to read. But the end of the point, of course, is that she can okay, I'm sorry, let's put it here. Cutting off her header. It seems right that they have this, of course, from the beginning, the supernatural team that she can read his scroll. It's supposed to this scroll is probably because obviously his father is some kind of historical archaeologist. This scroll is some old Japanese scroll, right? It has some kanjis and some hiragana and so on. And she can read it, even though it's probably hard to read for most people. And also one thing, of course, she immediately, this love letter, like she immediately just read it without issues, right? And this is probably, I mean, I can't. It's like half of it I can maybe see. So, but no, I'm not claiming that I'm fluent when it comes to reading Japanese, but still though, usually what happens, right, if you have, because there's so many kanjis, it's even if you can read, you can be like, if you can go in and if you look at them one and one, right? So it takes some time to read it because you have to like go look at every kanji, translate in your head, and then you can formulate. So I have to explain this thing, but I mean, one thing is that because the Japanese is kind of hard to read, it really is. Sometimes it's like, I know what that is. That's like that kanji. It's like Hitto or something. That kanji. I can't know that kanji is right. And then it's like, what is the kanji before that? I think that's like. Okay, in that case there, I don't know actually. It's kind of weird. But it looks like a low quality. I think so. Whatever. I'm guessing because it's like, man, it looks kind of weird. But that's what I mean. In this scene here, though, it's a mixture of. You would have to probably look at every kanji and be like, I think this is supposed to be this kanji. Right? Yeah, because like it's low quality, right? So it's like kind of screamed old 1,000-year-old letter. You're like, I think that's this kanji, right? And the thing is that if you used to read, like whatever English or something, right? You have the letters and you kind of see it and you kind of okay, this is it. But in Japanese, you have like one kanji, then followed by another kanji can mean something else, right? So that's one of the hardest thing with Japanese language. And this is not only for Japanese language, but for other language too, of course. That are kind of like this kanji here is actually another word or something else, depending on what this kanji is, right? So if you combine them, and also of course you have some kanjis that are used like a combination of other kanjis. You can merge them together and make a new symbol. That's one thing. But it also is matter even if it's two separate kanjis, this thing and this thing, or use this thing can be two different things. So that makes it really complicated, right? So here it's hard to read the kanjis. You have to be like, well, I think this thing here says, I don't know, Maru. Okay, this word. Okay, that's like, what is this word? Oh, is it like this thing or is it that thing? Well, if it's that thing, then this thing here stops being Maru. Then it's been something else, right? So, I mean, so that makes reading. I always think so. It is in real life really hard to read old. Especially like old damage, low quality, what I mean, low, like hard to read because it's like old ink that has been taken damage and so on. And she could immediately read it, right? She was like, "Oh, it's a love letter! Oh, what a great love letter!" She could immediately read it. She was like, "Bam! Oh, yes, yeah." She could immediately read everything without any issue whatsoever. Probably means she's used to this, of course, old Japanese writing style from like 1,000 years ago. So that really seems like she should. Know her stuff, right? And of course she knows about, like she was basically there, right, during the capital of Nara, yeah. So I have a very hard time seeing them not going into this actual supernatural route now that she actually is from the moon or something, or a time travel or something. But I don't know. It could be that she's like this old rich lady, right? She's a rich girl, so she grew up in this like household where they were teaching her everything to real old Japanese and like, oh, this is history. We're gonna, tell her everything about important thing. Maybe she's just thinking about her, the Osama character. Right? Maybe she's actually like the emperor's daughter, right? Maybe she's actually royal family in Japan, something like that, and that's why they taught her everything about the old shoguns or whatever. She knows everything about these old families, and she can read the old Japanese and so on very easily because she was trained by her royal family or like a branch family. That can also be otherwise, right? But I feel you have to go to in that. I feel like it has to go into either that she's some kind of royal family member or close to that, something like that, right? Or being magical, right? Or being from the moon. Because now, again here, before they kind of teased that, had a moon rock and so on, but now she has like, oh, I remember the mountain over there. It feels like, come on, it has to be that. And I don't know, is that good or bad? I don't know, what do you guys think? The comment below. I don't know, like, what do you think? Do you like that? It's like a rom-com, cute rom-com, married the first day, but it has this supernatural moon travel, time travel, or... But even if that's the thing too, though. Let's say she's from the moon. That would still mean that she has to be able to either be super old, actually, right? Not aged. Or she has like time travel, or being frozen in time, right? Because not only is she perhaps from the moon, but she seems to be like she was living in the past Japan. She's 1,300 years older at least. That's one thing too. So otherwise, just being from the moon is not enough here. She has to be like on from the moon and then perhaps be a time traveler, right? Or been frozen in time on the moon or something. So it's clearly something else on that notion too. So there's more into it if she's of course actually lived there. But maybe it's just all circumstances. Actually, it's just a rich girl that knows everything. It's definitely a mystery here. This episode, I think, by far is the most building up on her mystery. Right? Maybe again, we saw the moon rock. We see some hints to it, but this episode here is like 50 hints. Right? It's like I remember this thing. I remember that castle. I remember this love letter kind of thing. I can read this. So yeah, here's like just piles on all this evidence. Something is weird with her. So. But yeah, it's a good episode, but it definitely pivots a lot more into being some kind of supernatural backstory now with her. Absolutely, right? And in more ways than once, because if you'd asked me when she found the moon rock, I know the Kaguya-hime storyline is old though, so time travel or whatever was the kind of there, because she goes to the moon and never returns in the Kaguya-hime, so she could be the original Kaguya-hime, right, and then finally returned. So it was still in my head that she might be like 1,000-year-old woman. That was still there, definitely. But now it feels a lot more like that, right? That's what I mean. Like before it was like, it was hinted to her being very old, right? Or some kind of time thing, time traveling. But now it's like, it really seems to be hinted that she's from the past or something, right? It really looks like that. But anyway, I don't know, guys, what you guys think, right? I would love to hear people think about it. This is strange. Definitely. Anyway, so you guys soon with the Kaiser and of course then Haiku later tonight.